Welcome back to the LS factory. Last week we got a 2014 VF Commodore in and we stripped the engine out of it and pulled it down to what it is basically now. That car is a stat write-off. I was getting confused with repairable write-offs and stat write-off, but Dave, the owner, has said, wait, is it a stat write-off or repairable? We don't know. We think it's a stat, and someone in the comment section also said anything that had salt water in ingress will be a stat write-off. So stat write-off means cannot be re-registered again. Although the car is perfectly fine, the engine's great, the gearbox oil was fine. I don't know why you'd do that. I suppose it's a time thing. In the future, it can cause issues. But anyway, that car is outside. We're going to scab parts off it for the project, which I'll reveal at the end of this episode. But for now, we need to get this L77 back together. That's another thing I stuffed up last week too. I said LS3. This is a LS2 6-litre, L98, L76, L77. I think L77 means basically it's flex fuel only, but I'm learning as I go. Speaking of learning, I got Dave, the owner, and my mate Paulie here helping me to assemble this, as well as Geordie, who's filming right now. And the aim for tonight is get this engine assembled. We've got a bunch of parts to go on this thing, as well as the Harrop blower to finish it off at the end. The heads have been serviced, gone through, new valve springs, retainers, valve stem seals. We've got a cam, we've got lifters, push rods, a whole bunch of stuff, DOD delete kit, and we're pretty well ready to go now. The engine's been cleaned up, it's come up all right, cleaned all the carbon off the pistons. We're ready to slot the cam in. Just got to give it a bit of a clean up and then we're ready to go. So I think, are you guys ready? You ready to start smashing? Yeah, Paulie's good to go. We're good to go. Sweet, stay tuned.
Tell me all about the LS's, Paulie. Tell me all about it.
I know nothing really. Basically nothing.
Aren't you the junkyard guy? Come on.
No, that's Mark's the one that started all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paulie's knowledge stopped at like 5.3 litres.
Yeah.
And there's nothing above.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you anything about this.
These holes are just too big, you get scared.
Yeah. As soon as you can fist it, it's too big for me. I'm not interested yet.
Oh,
yeah.
come on. Let's keep it PG here, fellas.
Once the price goes over $1,400 for the block, I'm done. I'm out, tap out. Yeah, I don't really know a lot about these, to be honest with you, but I know that this would be good for about like 1,000, even with stock head bolts. Mark proved that to us, so.
Wait, we're not going for 1,000. That's way too much power.
Yeah, for now. Well, isn't the blower good for 1,000?
Oh, would
The
do.
blower?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe the other side, hang on.
Two-hand job, this one. God damn it. Get your mind out of the gutter. Look at him go.
Nice.
You've definitely done that one before when you pull it.
It doesn't take long till you get held up with something, and we don't know why, but we don't have any lifter trays for the lifters. The standard ones with the DOD won't work because they've got special lifters for displacement on demand. But we're trying to come up with the solution for that, and in the meantime we'll keep going. These little plugs here are for the displacement on the demand delete. So instead of oil pressure being sent down to those special lifters, which are no longer there, we've got these little plugs which are going in these holes. And then the cover, which this is actually a special cover from Harrop for the blower. I assume it's lower. It doesn't have the DOD solenoids. Oh yeah, and it's got the oil sensor moves because the blower's in the way. This has just got O-rings too, which will help seat that there too. So these get bunged in. They've also got threads in the end of them in case you want to pull them back out again. If you want to do a DOD install, don't know if you would want to do that, but we'll do that. Make sure to put an 8-ball in here for safekeeping, and then keep going on once the valley plate goes on.
Scratch through there, it looked like a crack for a second. I'm like, no!
Just had to call in the professionals to get the job done right. Didn't hit him down flush.
Yeah, rookie.
Bolts.
You want to sacrificial one and go straight. Just as long as they don't come back out.
Like something fucked up.
We forgot the chain guide. That was just a test to make sure Paulie's
Yeah, we'll just make sure Simon was watching.
make sure Paulie's all over it. But
Yeah, but he wasn't, so sack.
the bolts are in that same.
First down the job, sack. Not a bad side.
26. Oh, 25.58. Oh, did ya? Paulie has advised to pull the oil pump pressure relief valve out and clean it out. This is because he's blown up engines, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
This is where Paul usually finds bits of pistons.
this is where you find chunks of lifters and.
Usually. This one looks really good. Apart
Sweet.
from a little cube.
Not me.
Don't beat me, Robbie, please.
I had like 3 blocks that are all like bought out, and I'm like, couple that 2 Aussie patterns, and those like, my sleep.
Paulie says that he's not. Oh, hang on, I don't have my microphone on. There we go, there's the mic. Paulie says that he's not an LS expert, but he just told us, hey, we should probably tack the trigger wheel to the crank. These can apparently slip over time, or if you're hard on the limiter. Dave?
Like the car
So, like the burnout car this is going into, well, it's not a burnout car, but it's going to be under a bit of load. So, we're going to give this a tack. I'm just giving it a clean off with some alcohol and see how I'm going to blow myself up. I won't be that bad. You got that earth strap on that conrod there, eh? Yep. A bit more than a tack, but definitely going to hold. That's warranted for 10,000 RPM. Look at you go, Paulie. Extra care and all.
Oh wait, did you try those bolts?
The LS pickup has 1 bolt in it. You can buy a kit which has like a flange that wraps around. You pick up the 2 bolts. The oil pump's got 2 bolt holes in there, but we're just using a Toyota Crown bumper bar bolt, which has actually got this little lip on it, and it's going to work
You can buy
perfectly.
Skid Factory, $20
You can buy this, yeah, Skid Factory special, this one. I've got heaps of these left over actually.
$20 each.
20 bucks each. Gonna put a bit of Loctite on there and drop this down in the timing cover. Precision, and that is about, I'm gonna go click, click there, done.
These come with extra one.
LS engines from factory don't have a keyway on the crank. The balancer is just a press fit, and in aftermarket applications you can machine a keyway into the crank. The balancer we've fitted is an aftermarket balancer. It does have a keyway machined into it, but the crank doesn't have a keyway there, so what we need to do is actually dowel it. Harrop send this as part of the blower kit. It's a dowel kit. Basically it's got a lining jig, drill bit and a reamer, and the dowel which I just dropped on the ground. Basically smash this in there, drill a hole, give it a bit of a ream, and then put the dowel in there. That's going to stop the balancer from turning when it's under load with the blower. Some kits have 2 dowels. I don't really see the need for 2 dowels with this power figure, and I don't know, when you kind of get big blowers you kind of need a crank support to stop ripping the front of the crank off anyway. So 1 dowel will do us for what we need it for. Dropped it down the drain. There's 2 holes in the kit. One of them is the same size as the drill bit, and the other one is the same size as the reamer. So we're gonna, yep, put it. I reckon 180 of the of that keyway, Dave. What do you reckon?
Yeah, that's good.
keep that balancer in balance.
Just then, yeah. Use a drill again.
Yeah, just sort of go. Oh yeah.
That's in there now. Done. They both look the same to me.
Yeah, but compared to yours, they're both tiny.
This one's a little bit bigger. The black one's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, just to make sure there's a little bit.
Yeah, I get you. What you said we had to do some washer stack or something?
The sump may be a giveaway as to what the project car is. That
Holden Gemini.
That will be pushing in later on. That in this episode. A little sneaky cutout. I reckon you could have done that with the stock sump, Dave, rather than buy one. But whatever.
Stock sump's front.
No, it's a rear sump on the VF. Yeah.
No. I was laughing my head off watching.
Oh, look at this.
Don't miss out on your chance to get a hold of some Skid Factory branded lemon squash scented windscreen cleaner by Buzzbugs, available exclusively to Super Cheap Auto. Cool little collaboration. This is already sold out at my local Super Cheap Auto and it's being restocked, so apparently it's quite popular. Jump in store and get some cool little addition to the memory shelf, or actually use it in your car once you put the water in. It's lemony fresh. We got held up the other night, which is probably a good thing because Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither, well, you probably can build an LS in a day, but we're not. So we were waiting on the lifter trays, but thanks to Macca, we got a hold of some. So these are LS7, I believe they are, lifter trays. Oh, hang on. They're all the same, are they not, Paulie? Is that?
I believe they're all exactly the same, apart from those DOD ones, which are not the same.
Yep.
We cannot use those.
And we've just kind of just dipped the lifters in some engine oil just to get them all lubed up. So the lifters get installed into the lifter trays, then we slot them in. They have to get installed before the heads go on. The deck's all clean, everything's ready to go. I had it all wrapped up in plastic, and we'll bolt these heads on and then get onto the blower later on. Both a popular and unpopular opinion, using some copper spray on your head gasket. Paulie wants to do it. I'm also a fan just because the alloy surface of the block can be a bit wavy, especially after cleaning it up. But although we're giving it a clean with a glass block and some wet and dry, it still can be uneven. So we're going to give it a bit of loving with some copper spray. We bolt the heads on.
making sure they actually go through.
Are you checking the eclipse or something?
I want to make sure. You don't know Dave's luck.
Like
All the sharp.
it's the price is right.
Play it like a violin.
Now the exciting part, the Harrop 2300 blower, gonna bolt it on. This might come back off, but for now we're gonna bolt it on because the car that it's going into, it might be a bit hard to access it, so I'm good. You good? Yep. So we're gonna bolt it on. Oh, that would help. I'm not getting that in the way.
Ooh.
Gonna bolt it on now, and then we're all wonky, Geordie. Come on.
You're on the wonk, mate.
We're making it look pretty hard here. These blower kits, this is basically designed to bolt straight onto your VE, your VF. Dave was going to go for the big dog, the 2650, but this 2300 will make plenty of power, and this would be more than capable of 1,000 horsepower anyway. So for what the car's being used for, definitely more than enough. It doesn't even need a blower, to be honest. It doesn't even need an LS. The engine that was in the car was perfectly fine, but swapping from a diesel to a petrol now is the fun part. Sweet, bolt this down. Easy done. There's one 6-litre bolted back together with the beautiful Harrop 2300 on top. This is just the basic refresh cylinder head service with a cam package, nothing crazy. It is good to get mates like Paulie and Geordie and Dave around to hang out and help me out with this stuff. It's also easier to film too, so thank you to the legends for helping me out. Harrop's now bolted on. Somehow we're missing bolts. I don't know what I've done with them, but I'm gonna have to get some more. So this might come off also to bolt to lower the engine in. I might use an LS plate. I'm not too sure how we're going to get it in the car just yet, but we're also waiting on water pump and a bunch of pulleys, and I'm also going to change all this stuff. The hose that Harrop sends, again, this is just to bolt into your Commodore, so they've got a kit that works with it. I'm going to change all this just to some AN stuff to run it down to the heat exchanger and the water pump, and Dave's going to make up a reservoir tank for it too. But really, this is pretty well ready to go in. Now we're going to move over to the 6L80 transmission, which we are doing some modifications to. And as soon as you see the transfer case, you're going to know, you're pretty well going to figure out what this combo is going into. Yeah, the tines are uneasy. Big old transfer case is a dead giveaway of what this LS project is for, and for those of you who recognise the transfer case will know what car it's for. So this has got to get adapted to the 6L80 transmission, so it's got to get the extension housing off, and there is, this is the adapter, which works pretty well. This is also Tom, by the way. Tom's been helping me out. Young fella reached out on Instagram. So I've got this output shaft adapter, or input shaft adapter I suppose you'd call it now. We've got to cut the output shaft off the 6L80, slot this one on, and this then goes into the Patrol, I just gave it away, the Patrol transfer case. So get stuck into measuring, cutting, and slotting this transfer case on.
Measure 6 times and cut once. Perfect.
Adapter bolted on, simple as, just had to cut off 85 mil, or it wasn't 85 mil, it was this, whatever that is, 60 mil off the back of the output shaft. Gave it a clean up. We're about to bolt the transfer case on, but realised we don't have any of the bolts. It uses the standard hardware, so we'll wait to get those. Dave just dropped off the car too, so let's go suss out the Patrol project.
Here he is. Yeah, you're right, keep going.
So here's the project, 2006 Nissan Patrol. Some of you did guess this in the comment section, well done. I have told a few people about it. A lot of people were saying EH Holden, so it kind of gives me a bit of an idea of maybe what projects to work on in the future. Four-wheel drives aren't everyone's cup of tea. It definitely is my cup of tea. And some other people might like watching it too, so tough titty if you don't like the four-wheel drive stuff. This is a 2006 factory TD42 car, which the TD42 that was in the car, perfectly fine. It made great power for Dave. He drove the hell out of it, but just wants a blown LS. Who doesn't like a blown LS? So Dave's actually already removed the engine. It's been sold on to another guy. It's pretty well a clean slate for me now to work on. There's a bunch of stuff we need to remove, like aftermarket crews, a bit of wiring and stuff we need to get rid of before we can slot it in. The mount kit we've got, you got to weld onto the chassis rails, so we've got to cut these mounts off. Everything's pretty well, hopefully straightforward. There's nothing too crazy that's out of my league apart from the wiring. Dave's got a guy coming to do the wiring though too, so that's all sorted. But this car, for what it is, it's pretty epic. It's got a chassis extension, it's had the dual cab chop, it's got a canopy and stuff on the back of it. So it's like, in my eyes, this is a sick car. Dobinson's lift, Harrop lockers, it's awesome as it is. Combined with a blown LS, this project is going to be awesome. And back into some four-wheel drive stuff. I love four-wheel drives. I drive a box Pajero, which is, this is totally out of the Pajero's league. And I do love Patrols, and I know the audience does too. Our Cummins Patrol project did really well with views too. So keen to work on this thing, and that's all we have time for this week. The engine and gearbox almost ready to bolt together and bolt in, so we'll get stuck into that next week, so stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to support the show, you can buy some merch, support us on Patreon, or just share this video to your social medias. Every view, every click, every comment helps this channel get out there, helps the word get out. Thanks for watching. Enjoy. I'll see you next time. Cheers.
BTR know what they're doing.
Off camera. We checked it.
Funny,
Checked it off camera.
home at this stage if you want
We did everything off camera.
If you want to do it.
Engine came apart, re-ringed, new bearings, thick rods.
Turbo pistons.
Oh, it's a 6 litre, it's already got good rods. Yeah, turbo pistons.
No, it's now 427.
The block's been decked, stroker crank, everything done off camera.
Yeah,
But the cam bearings we didn't look at.
We didn't look at.
yeah, billet block.
Agreed to cam, yep.
We should like slip in a photo of me 427 LSR one, it's all billet everything, and just be like, oh yeah, it's all done, ready to go.
Great
that'd be
motor.
good.
Oh, queefed at me.
Throw some schmutz out.
Where's the air?
I'll put it back over the other side. I'm a genius. Oh, bang on.
Oh,
Went a bit too deep.
should I be able to see the conrod from here? Is that right?
Yeah.
What about my crank? You said.
Shit, I can see your leg.
What's burying round?
I can just see nuts.
Oh, that just slips in there, mate.
That's Remus for you, mate. They're professional.
That honestly is like finger back in there.
The dowel.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's my heart rate. Remember to turn it back the other way. Like a truck.